My name is Revolucion. I chose to make Medellin my home about 3 years ago. Here we are in my favorite neighborhood of Laureles. It's become a popular destination next to Poblado for visitors to stay because it's very relaxed. It's got a cool Colombian authentic vibe and culture and style. I've lived in Laureles the whole time I've been in Colombia, and I wanted to give a little bit of a report of the lockdown that we've been in. It's been officially 5 months. It started on March 23rd. We've been following a pico y cédula system, which means you can only go out shopping on certain days depending on the last digit of your ID. Like I said, I'm a big fan of this neighborhood, and I took a walk around with a few of my friends the other day, and I just wanted to show everyone what it's looking like. And I'm hoping that some of these gems, these great places that makes this neighborhood awesome, survive this time, and that we're going to keep on continuing, and that Medellin will continue to be an awesome place. Stay tuned for the follow-up video that will show things as they open up in the upcoming weeks. I ran into my friend Corey, who moved here with his wife right before the quarantine started, so they didn't get to see a lot before everyone got locked in, but they still love the city.
It's a great place. I would recommend it to anybody who wants big city living but cool people.
One of my favorite places is Salud Pan, and it's actually one of the reasons I first moved into the neighborhood of Laureles in the first place. I was mostly living a vegan lifestyle when I had moved to Colombia, and this was one of the first places to offer that type of cuisine. It's an eco-tienda. They have great produce, vegetables, a really good menu del dia every day. That's very it's a great price. It's great quality, clean food. And when I first moved here, I ate here probably almost once a day, and sometimes twice a day. Angela, who started this almost 12 years ago and has been a pioneer here in Medellin of this style of cuisine. She gets all her vegetables for her mini Saturday farmers market that she does at her finca in Santa Elena.
Hace 12 años estamos en este lugar, en Laureles, y ha sido una experiencia gigante, maravillosa. En estos momentos estamos pasando por esta situación, por este momento que es un momento difícil para nuestra economía, pero de igual manera seguimos alimentándonos, seguimos produciendo, seguimos sembrando la tierra, y de alguna manera traemos los alimentos para que las personas que quieran elaborar sus platos en sus casas lo puedan hacer, o nosotros hacerlos por ellos. Que nuestros domicilios siguen activos, de alguna manera han bajado también la producción, pero aquí estamos con las puertas abiertas para muchísima gente.
So as you heard Angela say, it's been a difficult time for everyone, and everyone's had to change, but she's continued with their mission to provide good quality vegetables and food for people who need it during these times. Next, we stopped at one of the most popular spots in the neighborhood, Cafe Revolucion, and talked to a good friend of mine, Jolt. They were one of the first cafes to offer this type of high quality coffee in the neighborhood. They get all their stuff roasted from a finca, and it's brought every week. The cafe is really well known to travelers and anyone who wants to learn more about Medellin. It's a big meeting spot in the city.
Okay, so I basically know Laureles for 12 years now, and Laureles has always been very residential, and it wasn't many businesses as now. And when we opened the cafe, it was hardly anything, and then now you can see it's just full of full of restaurants and cafes and bars and lounges. So it's definitely becoming very popular.
I asked Jolt what he thought about the quarantine, and as we've been walking around, we've been seeing a lot of places. They're empty. We hope this kind of returns to normal, but I think a lot of places, lost a lot of business, and they had to leave.
I think a lot of business already gone. If it's everything, all kind of businesses. If you when you walk around Laureles or in Medellin in general, you can see the signs up in every place that it's up for rent or up for sale. So it's very sad.
As we've been walking around, we've noticed that almost every single building and storefront has a place for rent.
Because, as I heard, most of the landlords never gave any discounts on the places, so people cannot afford to pay a full rent when their business drops 60-70%. so they have to give it up.
Alright, so we're hoping the city is able to bounce back and continue to be an awesome place for people to enjoy. Right now we're seeing lots of places for rent and construction, so they're making a lot of changes. Right now we're going to continue our walk and show you what's been going on the last couple of months and visit a few more places. One of my favorite things about Medellin is its growing international cuisine. A lot of people come here as foreigners and they open up their style of their restaurants. One of my favorites is Brandon's Korean restaurant, Opa. He has one here in Laureles and another in Poblado. He's also a good musician and DJ, super coreano. I checked in with Brandon to see how it's been going with the quarantine over the last 5 months. He had a restaurant that was packed every Friday or Saturday night. I mean, I'm a friend of his and I couldn't even get a table sometimes. It was so busy. So I want to check in with him and see how it's been going.
Since now, I think it's almost 5 months, the quarantine, lockdown and everything. They're trying. They're consistent. Like Pico y Cedula, which is like every week you have 1 or 2 days that you could leave legally. So this makes restaurants like us or business owners that we can't have like physical contact, which means we can't accept dining in. So obviously, as a restaurant, that affects a lot. And the streets are empty. The people are trying to, save money, not spend a lot, to survive this situation. So obviously, the economy is going down. It's collapsing. It's collapsed already.
So hopefully the economy bounces back here as people are again able to enter restaurants and go to shops, and the economy gets a boost as people are able to help support these local businesses. Another one of my favorites is Cafe Cliché. They had this really cool old house in Laureles that they converted into a French-style restaurant with all kinds of cool stuff inside, record players and old books and all kinds of pictures and stuff. They've now moved locations, but it's just down the street. Sylvan and his business partner, Adrian, came here about 10 years ago, fell in love with the city, and decided to make Medellin their home to open up their dream restaurant and bring French culture to Laureles.
We always have a dream to open a restaurant, and in France it's very difficult. I mean, you need a lot of money for open a restaurant, and in Colombia it's more easy for open. So I'm chef and pastry chef, so I always have a dream to have my restaurant. So in Colombia it's more easy to do, so we do it.
I asked Sylvan how it's been going with the quarantine. It seems like a theme that a lot of businesses here are operating about 25%, me being a business owner as well. We're hoping things start to return to normal as they open up and people visit these great places and keep them going.
So we work at 25% like we do normally. The government, he didn't help us. The owner to the house too, but we are here with a smile. I keep all my employees, so that's great. Nobody's on the street, everybody working, so we're working slowly but working.
There has been a little bit of a bright side to this quarantine. I think a lot of businesses learned new things. I know I did. And I think it's the businesses that stuck around, stuck to the mission, served their clients, adapted a little bit, that are sticking around. And I'm hoping that these great businesses will be even stronger once we return to some type of normal.
I think it's stronger because now we think totally differently. So, and I tell you, we have more space. So now I can sell all my products in a restaurant, but I can sell now delivery, and the marketing is changing all. Now we have a website too. We are on a different platform for takeaway, like a Rappi, Uber Eats. So yeah, of course we're stronger.
Alright, so there we have it. I'm going to make another video in the upcoming weeks as the city begins to open up so everyone can see the change and what's going on. I'll also show some other neighborhoods before and after, including Poblado. I'm thinking about doing a separate video to show some of the real estate and what's going on there. If anyone's interested in that, please let me know. And I would recommend Medellin to anyone who wants to experience this beautiful and unique city for themselves.